This is Dead Temple.
And you're listening to the Literati Records podcast.
Welcome to episode 122 of the Literati Records podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Graybeard, and I want to thank you for tuning in, turning on, and supporting independent music. Friday. The weekend is finally here. I hope you were all able to enjoy some of the warmer weather we had earlier in the week, because fall is officially over this weekend, and Old Man Winter is certainly at hand. And what better way to mark the winter solstice than with our guests for today, Dead Temple. This band has really had a great run of gigs in 2013, including slots on the Snowboard on the Block and Denver Black Sky festivals, as well as some very well-received shows at High Dive and Three Kings. Normally I'd run through a list of great live shows happening this weekend, but there are seriously too many to mention individually. However, we will post a list to our Facebook page for both Friday and Saturday. One last reminder that our boys in And the Black Feathers will be playing local Shakedown on Radio 1190 this afternoon, so don't forget to check that out. All music on today's show is available on the Dead Temple Bandcamp page, And you can find a complete track listing in the show notes on our website at www.literatirecords.com. Now, please enjoy getting to know Dead Temple. Well, I'm down here at the High Dive where my guests are Dead Temple. They'll be taking the stage a little later on tonight. How you guys doing?
Not too bad.
Cold.
It's fucking cold.
It is bitter cold out there.
We got no food, we got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off.
But we're going to rock tonight,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
Yes. Well, let's start on my left and get names and instruments.
I'm Tyler, I play drums.
My name's Jade. I do vocals and a wee bit of guitar.
I'm Nick. I play bass and dance.
And I'm sure we have some other members.
Yes. Nadia and Olivia are upstairs. They're our sister vocalists. They're watching our merch table right now.
We're putting them to work.
Gianni is standing directly behind you. He's practicing guitar. He needs to practice guitar. So
This guy's a shredder. He's definitely spent a few hours practicing.
Yeah.
Well, can you guys give us a brief history of how the band got together and started playing as Dead Temple?
Basically, me and Jade smoked a bunch of weed one summer, and we're like, "Hey, man, let's start a band, dude." So we just started messing around in my parents' basement, and we ended up finding Gianni. Jade had mentioned him a couple of times, and I was like, "Yeah, well, let's have him come over and see what's going on." And he came over and jammed a couple times, and was like, "All right, these guys are not completely horrible musicians, so
Only a little.
let's see what happens." And we practiced for about a month or so, and then we were trying to find a bass player, and nobody really wanted to come play bass for us. So we went to Nick. We're like, "Oh, what the fuck were we thinking? Let's go find Nick, man." So
we had
went,
known Nick for a long time.
yeah, we've known him for a long
years,
time. So
yeah.
we're like, shit, dude. I've known Nick for probably 12, 13 years. So, playing in other bands together and doing shows and stuff like that. So we knew he worked at Guitar Center, so we cornered him there and kind of forced him into coming down and jamming with us. And
Just clicked.
then we all, just kind of clicked together. And
Then we knew we
started
wanted
working
to
out.
have a backup vocalist, and then it kind of grew from there.
Yeah.
We asked, we knew Olivia and Nadia from around town, kind of, and just asked if they wanted to come in and check it out, and it just, the first day they came, it just clicked, basically.
Yeah, it was
So
just kinda-
it's been
It's
growing
always
from
nice
there.
when it comes together. like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was super easy. It wasn't very difficult to get everybody on the same page and where we
We
wanted
all
to
get
go.
along better as humans than any other band I've ever been in.
That's awesome. How long have you guys been together?
Well,
Tyler and I started playing music together probably 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We tried to do some other projects, like some blues stuff
and it
and
just
some Western stuff.
it's a Western
Yeah.
stuff, and
And
it was
then,
just kind of whatever. And
Yeah, and then when we started going into playing heavier music, and we found other musicians that wanted to do that, it just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
About officially as a band, probably about a year and a half. So.
Well, your music does a great job of drawing on the sounds and tones of 70s hard rock and early metal.
Cool. Yeah.
But it
thank
doesn't sound dated or derivative, which is really nice. How do you guys keep things sounding fresh and relevant in the 21st century?
I don't
Time
know.
travel?
We just good answer. It's just kind of all of our styles just kind of mesh together in a certain kind of way, and it's just kind of what comes out. It's like all the other influences we've had. A lot of us have had the same type of influence, and a lot of us have just Gianni's been more into death metal and thrash metal and stuff like that, and I had roots with that playing in an older Denver band, and Jade's always been really into stoner rock shit that nobody's ever fucking heard of, and and then she started getting me into it, and then it was just when Spotify came out, which is fucking awesome, I love Spotify, you could just discover all sorts of shit you never even heard of, and you're like, oh, this is badass, and this is awesome, and let's try and come up with something that's along the lines of that, and it just kind of...
I think we all we're hoping, we try not to stray too far from the stuff that influences us too. So, and when you put 6 people together, you're bound
It adds
to
up
kind
to
of
a lot of influences.
Yeah, I could imagine. Well, you guys have a trio of really solid tracks available on your Bandcamp page for people to check out. The one that stands out for me, and I mean, it just gets stuck in my head every time I hear it, is Virgin Blood. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us the story or inspiration behind that song?
I would
Well,
say...
it started out being about a rug, a Persian rug.
and we just worked backwards.
You know, we used to practice on top of a Persian rug in my parents' basement, and it just sort of turned into Virgin Blood. And then, you know, the girls got together and wrote some lyrics. And
but in reality, we, you know, the lyrics are very much inspired by old, like, mod 60s era horror movies. So there's just a lot of influence from that. There's a movie called Virgin Blood and
Nude for Satan.
Nude for Satan. Yeah, we had a lot of different
those great like
influences.
60s movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's where a lot of the lyrical influence comes from.
Cool. Well, do you guys have any EPs or LPs coming out in the near future?
Yeah, we're going to start working.
Never recording.
We're going to start working on some new tracks here pretty soon. Probably mid-February, and we're going to try and get, I think, probably 6 of them down so we can do like an EP and maybe try and do a split, you know, get some vinyl out, maybe some tapes out, cassettes, and, you know, stuff like that, and just go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Tapes are cool.
Yeah, especially if you drive a van.
Yeah, half of the band has very old vehicles, so we're kind of slaves to cassettes. We
Van power.
We got back into them through vanning. So.
I just picked up an old truck, and all it has is AM, FM. It doesn't have a cassette. It doesn't have a CD. It's got nothing.
Yeah.
So I would kill for a tape player right now.
Get something, upgrade, man.
Exactly. Hopefully Christmas.
Shooting for a cassette player.
Oh, we know what to get you.
Find one at the park.
We'll get you a boom box.
And some duct tape so I can mount
Like 13 batteries and fucking thing.
Yeah, I'd say you know what to ask Santa for, but he's already here.
Santa in training, I'll have you know. In 20 years, I'm going to make a badass mall Santa.
Yeah.
You want to try on my red sweater?
Excellent. Well, I want to be sure to mention your live show for those who haven't seen it. It's obvious that y'all put a lot of work into it, and you really go the extra mile. You seem to throw every bit of energy you have into your performance. Do you consider yourselves like natural-born performers? I mean, you guys seem really comfortable up there.
Well, I think that, you know, some of the band has been in bands before, so they kind of know, you know, how to bring it all, that, you know, to the stage when they're playing. But then, you know, like myself and I believe Olivia and Nadia, we had never been in bands before. So this was kind of, we didn't know what to expect, really.
Nadia has she's been in and out of acting and stuff since she was like a little kid. So
Nadia has stage
She's just got her
experience,
stage experience, and she's great on stage.
Yeah. I think the rest of us just, you know, it's just the music. We have fun. We're all friends, and so it just kind of comes out.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
live
energy.
show's absolutely still evolving too.
Yeah, totally.
Well, the first time I saw you guys live was at Snowboard on the Rocks. And Jade, I mean, I know this was probably a special show for you because you had one of your people that, you know, someone that you admire and respect a lot right up front.
Mr. Bobby Lee.
Mr. Bobby Lee.
Yes.
That blew my
was that
mind.
just completely surreal? Or?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I never would have thought that we would be able to play something like that, a festival like that, so soon. In, you know,
yeah,
our
within
band
a year
career.
of playing shows.
Yeah.
That was only like I think
know.
our fourth show, third
Yeah.
or fourth show.
Yeah.
So
And
killed it, man.
Oh, well, thank you. And in our hometown, too, so all of our friends there and family, it was just kind of, it was surreal. That's the perfect word for it. And we didn't, you know, we knew Pentagram was going to play. We didn't know when they, you know.
we're gonna show up.
Historically, we thought maybe they just kind of roll in 10 minutes before their set.
When we showed up, they weren't even on the
Yeah,
schedule.
we weren't even sure
So
if it
we're
was
like,
happening.
What the fuck?
So
All
we're
our
like,
friends are
you
here to see
know, Pentagram is obviously our biggest
biggest
influence,
influence. Yeah.
like, out of
And
anybody.
then he's
so.
like...
Oh, yeah, we looked
Did
down
you
and there
know
he
he
was.
was gonna-
No,
I had
no
no
idea.
Wow.
And I don't know if you saw my face, but when I saw him up front in the very front row, and he was I don't know if you saw it, but he was talking to me while I was playing the drums. He's talking to me because I was wearing a Pentagram shirt, and he's going, you can't fucking get that shirt anywhere, man. It's fucking badass, dude. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to play, man. Like, oh, it was great, man. It was like one of the greatest moments of my life,
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
That's very cool.
It's really big for us.
Well, unfortunately, it will have passed by the time this post. But I see you guys are going to be playing the Denver Black Sky show at the Gothic Theater.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of really great bands.
All
playing.
of them are awesome.
It's got to be
bands.
pretty exciting.
Yeah, oh my god.
That's
I mean,
another fest that we're just kind of feel totally honored
Honored
to
to
play.
play, yeah.
And it's, unbelievable.
How'd that come about? Somebody contact you guys?
I used to play in DDC with Justin LaSalle, who's guitarist for Axe Slasher now. And he is Axe Slasher, but he,
Mr. Axe Slasher.
Mr. Axe Slasher,
Yeah.
pizza guy. He's been an awesome friend for a very long time of mine, and of Jade's also.
yeah.
She's grew up. Her dad grew up with his dad. So
Our Justin LaSalle's dad had a band that my dad played drums for, and my mom was the backup singer for. So me and Justin go way back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then Tyler played drums in one of his first bands. So we're very tight knit.
No, we were just at practice one night, and Justin called me like 3 times in a row, and I could see he was calling me, but I was like, well, I gotta call him back, and then he sent me a text, call me immediately, and I was like, great, somebody died, like I gotta call him back right now. So I went outside and I stopped the song we were in the middle of, and I said, I gotta go call Justin, see what's going on. And he's like, hey man, so we got this cool festival like coming up, like do you guys want to play it? And I go, well, I don't know who's playing it. And he was like, well, like one of the bands like for sure is Dying Fetus. And I was like, well, I don't even care what anybody else in the band says at this point right now. Like, just sign us up, like, get us on, and thank you so much for asking, and that's awesome, dude. Like, I appreciate it. So,
And then we found out all the other bands that were playing,
and we were just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, like, this is,
oh yeah. And I think the
seamless.
biggest thing is this is our hometown, and we love to see great music come through, and to have 2 big fests,
And I feel, Denver's really coming up in the music scene, and I kind of feel like it's starting to become a destination like Austin and LA and
Portland,
and places like that, and it's just really getting fucking badass.
Well, you know why that is? Weed.
Yeah.
That definitely is probably a
Definitely
contributing factor. Yeah. Well, who are some other local artists that you guys think our listeners should check out?
Definitely Black Acid Devil, the Munsons, Warhawk.
Playing with them
we're
tonight.
playing with all those guys tonight, and
Name check.
There's also In the Company of Serpents.
who are awesome.
You played with them last time.
Yeah.
You were here, right?
Yeah. Really-
And they were at Snowboard on the Rock.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
They're just heavy.
And then
they're
Chemists,
great.
they're
They were great,
up
too.
and coming band.
Chemist is awesome.
Check out Speedwolf. I'm sure all you guys know who Speedwolf is already, but check Speedwolf out. They're awesome too. They're a bunch of our buddies. There's so many bands.
Primitive Man,
Primitive
I mean,
Man.
yeah.
And they're on Relapse
Call of the
now.
Void.
Call of the Void.
And both those bands are playing
Yeah.
at the Black Sky as well.
Negative
Yep.
Degree, Native Daughters. I mean, there's just so much.
Oh, Black
we could
Lamb.
go on all day. We're just
Yeah, I mean we could go forever.
So we're really happy and humbled to be a part of a scene with such great bands. So.
Well, what track should we close this interview with?
I think my favorite out of the 3 we have is probably Cult of Acid.
Cult of Acid?
I think mine too.
Yeah?
Cult of Acid, yeah.
Cult of Acid?
Yeah.
Cult of Acid it is.
Yeah.
Sweet, man.
Well, thanks a lot, guys, for
No,
getting
thank
together
you.
and
Yeah.
filling us in on the cool things that are going on with Dead Temple, man.
Yeah,
Have
thanks
a
for
great
coming
show
down.
tonight. Looking forward to hearing you rock.
Hell yeah,
as
man.
always.
Thanks
Can't
for the
wait.
interview, man. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we really appreciate it. Man.
Well, thank you.
Which moon that turneth all the streams to blood? I take this hazel rod and stand its way.
An oath beneath this blasted oaken bear that rears its agony above the flood, whose swollen mask mutters an atheist prayer. Who will stand and shock this offense? There is no I, no joy, no permanence. Which moon of blood eternal ebb and flow, and baffled birth and death still lurks a change, and all thy leopards in thy woods that range, and all thy vampires in the woods that glow, broadening on bloodthirst, these are not so strange. And corpses laughing to life's unfailing shower, these die, yet time remembers them eternally. Hear then the oath, which moon of blood, dread moon, that all thy striars and thy ghouls attend. He that endureth until the end hath sworn that love's own corpse shall lie at noon, even in the coffin of hope that's fed.
cold of acid, not for my shadow. Closer they come. You feel their presence, but don't dare to run. Full-blown operation, come from inside. Rise again in the meadow, along there return to life. Come to the mountain, deep in the night. You drink from the cup, go to the other side. You see the dead in the cult of acid, invoked by shamans. All beings of war has a covering echo. Mind opens, closed doors. Come begin your passage in the forest of dreams. Cross around your dimension. See what lives now underneath. Come to the mountain, deep in the night. You drink from the cup, go to the other side. You see the dead, you see again. Run on my flame, run on my challenge, run on my child, right my run on blood, try, run on. Which mood of life can't let the road of battle burrow, drag through cry. Even in the cover of open sweat, all voice was my glowing strength. I am now inhaling nothingness.
Which moon that turneth all the streams to blood, I take this hazel rod and stand and swear.